Welcome to Peptide-Proof, your source for rigorous, independent, evidence-based peptide intelligence. Today, we're looking at GHK-Cu. Discovered in human plasma back in 1973, it's actually one of the few cosmetic ingredients with a true 40-year paper trail, proving it actively remodels aging skin right at the molecular level. We're not talking about marketing hype here. This is literally your body's native tissue repair signal. But here is the major biological problem we run into. By the time you hit 60, your natural plasma GHK levels plummet by about 80% compared to when you were 20. So replacing it topically just makes complete biological sense, right? We just have to ensure the formulation actually reaches the right depth in your skin to do what the science says it can do. Let's break down what we are actually working with here. GHK stands for glycyl L-histidyl L-lysine. Now, on its own, this tiny chain is largely inert in the skin. But when it binds to a copper 2+ ion, it becomes GHK-Cu. That copper ion is the absolute vital catalytic center. With it attached, this complex activates a massive cascade, touching at least 4,000 human genes. It is not just a single pathway ingredient, it's a complete systems-level reset signal for your skin. So, how does it do this? Let's look at part 1, the triad of repair. GHK-Cu actually remodels tissue through a really elegant three-pronged approach. First, you have extracellular matrix remodeling. It basically clears out all the old, damaged scaffolding to make room for fresh collagen and elastin. Second, it mounts a strong anti-inflammatory defense by actively suppressing the cellular signals that cause inflammaging. And third, it offers powerful mitochondrial protection, which preserves your skin cells' longevity. It treats aging directly at the source. Moving on to part 2, the dermal delivery paradox. Here is where things get tricky. Formulation technology actually matters significantly more than the raw concentration printed on the label. Because GHK-Cu is water-soluble and carries a positive charge, it's incredibly hard for it to cross your skin's lipid barrier. Honestly, a basic 2% serum will likely deliver far less active peptide than a highly optimized 0.5% formula enclosed in specialized delivery vesicles. Basically, the delivery platform is the product, the peptide is just the payload. And this perfectly illustrates why professional treatments really accelerate outcomes. Clinical microneedling creates microscopic channels that bypass that lipid barrier completely. It creates an express lane straight down to the deeper dermal layers, exactly where your collagen-producing fibroblasts sit. This is exactly why device-assisted delivery produces much more dramatic results than just relying on topical serums alone.
Beyond the headlines.
Into the research. Peptide-proof.
Let's dive into part 3, expert formulation truths. So the crucial takeaway here is this. Concentration is not potency. GHK-Cu is biologically active at very, very low concentrations. Now, a serum loaded with 2% GHK-Cu is going to be this intense, deep blue color, which makes for fantastic marketing. But beyond a certain threshold, you simply aren't getting more biological activity. True activity is verified only by independent lab testing. Without that proof, a deep blue serum might just be generic peptides mixed with synthetic blue dye. Furthermore, you should know that GHK-Cu is highly unstable in water. The copper ion actively catalyzes oxidation reactions, and over a period of weeks to months, the peptide backbone can hydrolyze and just completely break apart. A bottle of GHK-Cu serum on day 1 and that exact same bottle 6 months later, they are not the same product. This degradation is exactly why fresh batches or using freeze-dried powders that you mix at home are the absolute most reliable formats for ensuring you're actually applying active molecules. Okay, part 4, practical application rules. The water-soluble nature of this peptide dictates exactly how you need to apply it. Step 1. Always apply to clean, slightly damp skin. It requires a bit of moisture to successfully partition into the stratum corneum. A completely dry face drastically reduces penetration. Step 2. Give it 2 to 3 minutes to fully absorb and begin its descent. Only then should you move to step 3, which is layering your heavier non-acid creams or oils right over the top to lock it all in. Now, this is a hard chemical rule, so pay attention. Do not mix GHK-Cu with low pH acids in the same application. Strong acids like glycolic, salicylic, or ascorbic acid will literally strip the copper right off the peptide or alter its charge, effectively destroying its utility. Just use your acids in the morning and your GHK-Cu at night. On the flip side, though, it pairs beautifully with retinol and other structural peptides like matrixyl and argireline. Finally, let's establish the biological timeline. Real tissue remodeling is a slow process. In week 1, the fibroblast receives the signal. By week 4, pro-collagen is being synthesized. But visible tissue remodeling, where that pro-collagen is finally assembled into mature, firm collagen, that takes 8 to 12 weeks of consistent application. There's a lag in penetration and a lag in the biology. Consistency is the sole difference between this peptide actually working and it just being an expensive blue rinse on your face. So it really comes down to this. Are you giving your skin the correct signals to repair itself, or are you just painting it blue? Rethink your formulation, respect the biological timeline, and the results will absolutely follow. That's all for this episode. Like and comment to receive materials from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.